It's your boy Bleed. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always. It's been a long day, I mean a long week, maybe a long year, so let's get something clear. We're gonna stock up on some party favors later on. Tell everybody they're invited, you should come along. Best to bring your good foot, ladies gonna be dancing on the ceiling. Cocky and appealing, possibly revealing. Getting sideways like a bridesmaid as she vibrate. If you a lightweight, hope you hydrate. We gon' tip the bottles back, busting out the fat sacks. People wearing costumes, chewing on a mushroom. Something like a wonderland, understand? Going down the rabbit hole with my kinfolk to another land. Damn, I said we do it like this. Magic carpet riders on some third eye shit. Mr. Pine Cones come a long, long way, so everybody get sideways. Sing it. I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Pass the bottle back my way. Everybody's getting sideways.
What is going on, believers? I hope everybody's having a good evening. My name is Bleaves. This is Bedtime with Bleaves. And y'all know all those other motherfuckers out there that are talking to you about right now. They're like, Terra Luna this, Terra Luna that, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what it does. We're going to see what happens. Maybe to do good, maybe to do bad. Bitch, I called it to the dollar. What about that? What's up, Jose? What's up, Lionel? Jay Smooth, Greg in the house. What is going on? Mark Kelly. What is happening? Jay Borges, what is going on? Hey guys, we called it to the goddamn dime, right? I told you this 2 days ago that this is exactly what was going to happen. This is exactly what's happened. This is why we train, people. This is why we train. And this is why I keep telling you, if you're listening to all these other motherfuckers, then you're just making a mistake. You're just making a mistake. I hope so. It will move up. It's going to keep moving. It's going to keep moving. Juicy Juice in the house. Cody Core, what is going on? Joe Freak Luna C is going crazy. Yes, it is going. It's going absolutely bonkers, out of its mind right now. And you know why? Because it was obvious. There's so much enthusiasm behind the Luna Classic right now. There's so much enthusiasm. This is the next ship right now. This is probably going to take the crypto market by storm over the next couple of days, especially when we get to the 20th. When we get to the 19th, the 20th. And by the way, the implementation of the burn is happening today. That's gonna be it adds the block height of 9,475,000. So that means it's going to be September 19 or September 20, and then bam, it's going to be on. And remember, I told you that there was a problem with the algorithm when they did their little thing there. It's been fixed, so we are scheduled to launch. But remember, you doubted me. What's going on, XP Hustler? Yeah, we nailed it. Absolutely, 100%. But listen, all I did was recognize a pattern that was playing out. I didn't do anything specific or brilliant. What is going on, Maddie B in the house? Drince, what's going on? Hey, listen, man, I think look, we're going way up. This is the beginning of what is going to be one of the greatest recoveries, and you guys are going to be part of it. That's what's going to be cool. We're going to be part of one of the greatest turnarounds in the history of cryptocurrency in the future. So, Jay Borges, what's going on? I appreciate it, man. JJS, what's going on? Mark Gruber, what is going on? So the burn doesn't start on the 12th. The burn starts on the 19th because it was originally scheduled to start at block 9,342,000. And what happened was they were not ready for it. So there was some code problems between a couple of the exchanges where it was not working as intended. By the way, MEXC, the burn that they're doing right now is off chain. It's not being done automatically through the 1.2% burn mechanism. So it's not active yet. It won't be active until the 19th. Everybody has to get to the same block height for it to happen, which is why if you ever go over to LUNC, LUNC, the Lunk Penguins, then you're going to look over here at the burn, and you'll see the top burners, and you'll see that Luna, the Lunatics is the top burner over here, but the MEXC is over here because they're doing a voluntary burn basically, and the Lunk DAO, that's how they're doing it. But look at how much Binance is burned. But when you go look at the volume that Binance is doing, Binance has got 50% of the volume or 40% of the volume every day. How could it be that MEXC is burning 5 times as much or 4 times as much? And the answer to that is because whatever they're doing right now is just basically off chain at this point. So very soon we're going to get it. But hey, let's go look over here and see that Dow futures are up 212. It looks like there's a lot of good sentiment in the market. Maybe we're going to see a recovery. Over here, while we're looking at Ethereum, while we're on the same subject, remember earlier today we talked about, I know there's a lot of points here that I'm trying to make on this, but you know, we've got this sort of resistance right here. We've got this sort of resistance coming from the top. We've got this point right here, 1606. And if we can bust through this, then, you know, we're starting minting a newer high, and we can start to eliminate some of these lines over here and start to form like new patterns. What is it that we're seeing? Are we getting to a better level? And you can see right here, like we're moving up to the point that we might start to see some movement, this upside movement, even though it's coming from this downside. You know, maybe this is a bit of relief. Maybe this is going to continue because people are starting to get excited about the Ethereum merge. So, you know, it would be really great if we could get this to continue for a little while, get us up, you know, near 2000 maybe. You know, it'd be great to have that happen as kind of a breakout. Bitcoin, just a little while ago, was at 19,700, and it's punching through that resistance point of 21,150 right now. So if these things continue to happen, then, you know, off to the races, maybe we are. Chinese market is up on the day. The Korean market has finally turned and is up on the day. The DXY, after hitting another gigantic high 2 hours ago, has finally started to break down a little bit. And that coincides with these markets doing what they're doing. But of course, the big story is still Luna Classic. Now, you can expect right now probably a dip down to 34. And the reason for that, by the way, is we took, when I did this right here, when we were just basically, this pattern right here that you're looking at right here is nothing more than this right here played out over there. That's all I did. So there's no magic to this thing. We're just trying to play it out the same way to see which way it's going to go. Now, it's possible that we consolidate. Remember, we get 1, 2, 3 tests over here, and then it started to drop back down, and it hit the support line, which, you know, previously that support line was down here, and it was 22. So right now that new line is going to be 34. Now, if this plays out the way that it's playing out, I can tell you that we are. I mean, I guess we can just go ahead and delete this shit because we hit it. So now the question is, do we do this again? And do we do it up to the next level? And if we do that, then where do we go from here? Because we go from 25 to 4, that's a move of 15, which means that the next move is probably in this range right here. And I mean, guys, if you're holding on to anything, then, you know, this shit's starting to happen. To remember over here, I've got mine staked. I've got 9 million staked, and I've earned 108,000 extra so far in my wallet. Over here, I've got 6,921 USTC. I don't know what they're going to do with the USTC yet, so I'm going to hold on to that. I had 992,000 Luna Classic, and I thought, you know, let's just kind of swap to the USTC just to see what happens over the next little while, because they're, you know, they've got some ideas about what they want to do with it, but, you know, we're gonna have to see something happen. But now it's trading for 3.689, up 20% more on the day. If it weren't for the fact that Luna is pumping so hard right now, this might actually be a good way to trade back over. But I mean, the amount that I would get is only 614,000. I've already lost 300,000 in this trade, so it's better for me to hold on to that USTC. And all I was trying to do at that point was kind of hedged just a little bit, just in case one or the other really took a big upward move. Because if at any point that USTC just doubles in price and goes back up to 7 cents, which it did a month ago, went back up to like 9.5 cents. If it does that, then I'm going to swap it back over for more Luna Classic. So, you know, I kind of just want to accumulate more, but I want to do that with whatever I've got going right there. But so that's where we are, man. That's what the markets look like. That's what happened. Yeah, 0.335 tonight. I don't think that's going to be logical. I don't know. It's possible. Like at this point, here's the important thing. When it comes to Luna Classic, you should just throw out the rule book because it is not working on anybody's rule set at this point. I mean, okay, let's be honest. It just worked out perfectly on my rule set, the one that I just made up here. So if it's working on my rule set, then we've seen it play out already. And we're at the end of this pump. And that means that we're going to do this and that we're going to head back up. So if that's the case, then, and if we play out the way that it plays out, then that means that we're going to take this and we're going to do this. And if this is the way that it plays out, then that means that we've got until September 9. We've got about 3 or 4 more days of consolidating around this level before it takes off into the 55 range, with 48 becoming that bounce point. So, I mean, that's what all of this stuff looks like. So we'll see. I mean, we're going to find out. We're going to find out as we go exactly what we're made of here. But yeah, it's pretty good to see. It's pretty good to see that we're making good predictions here. That we're giving you guys good information, and that we are, hopefully, we're going to change some lives at the end of this. We had an opportunity. We had an investment. We stuck to this investment. We've continued to move on this investment, and it is now starting to pay off in ways that some of you guys only hoped not too long ago. So there are lives being changed as we speak right now. And there are people that got into this thing that put $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 down here just in the dream that this might happen, that are making just ridiculous amounts right now. And we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for hours, but when you start to see, and I'm going to point out something that's going to be a big problem. If we were trading at this level down here and we had gotten our launch off, and we had you got to come over here and really, I guess, kind of look at the amount of volume that's being traded right now. But when you look at this volume, then you see that the volume right now is $2 billion. So if that much volume continues, then we're talking about 2 billion a day. Well, at this kind of price level, the amount of burn that we're having has gone way, way, way down. So that 2 billion burn down here would have been just unbelievable. Up here, not nearly as much. So the good part is that we're getting there. The bad part is it's going to affect the level of burn. So that's going to end up being a little bit muted as we go along, because we need that thing we need it to do what it's. We need that burn really down here. Like we really needed that 1.2% burn to be happening in this level, and we're just probably not going to see it. So we're going to burn far less tokens, but we're going to start burning them pretty soon, and that's going to have to be good enough for right now. So is 25 million enough Luna Classic? Absolutely. I only have 2 million. That's still enough. What's going on with the rank on all platforms? I don't know what the rank on all platforms is. Here in Sweden, it's 3 a.m. and I won't sleep, but I fell down. 25 is enough. Listen, I have 10 million. So this has been a great ride. Got into crash and loving life, playing with House Bunny now. There you go. In your opinion, will it crash again like last time when it hit the $1 mark? No, it's not going to. No, this is the revival of a program. I don't know. I don't know that. it's gonna pump, it's gonna dump, it's gonna pump, it's gonna dump. So I mean, that's just the nature of it. So it's not gonna and let me deal with this guy here right now. Yo here, that's me, and you're my hater right now. So get off the D if you please, and I don't really care. So yeah, boo. Sub-Zero, what's going on? Terry Truth, what's happening? Sakib, what is going on, man? Good night. Makoto, yeah, I heard Makoto was doing something, so good for them. I don't know what they're doing, but good for them. All right. What's up, Mario? Appreciate you coming in, man. KuCoin has to re-up. No more Luna Classic. Expect a huge buy. Yeah, you know, that those kind of things. Like, hopefully we can get that done with the 1.2% thrown in, just to be dicks to them. But yeah, I mean, there's there's a lot going on here, and some people are gonna miss, and some people are not. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys a whole lot. So anyway, this is where we are. Probably, like, I think this is probably the end, but you know what? You got to remember, we just had what I think is going to happen right now, just for full disclosure. The Asian markets have started to pump it. The Asian markets have given it a nice lift. It's going to test, it's going to test, it's going to test. But like, listen, guys, this is way too much money for people to not take profit on. For a lot of us, we're just kind of sitting on a bunch of tokens, kind of as a pie in the sky sort of move, just to see what's going to happen with it, in the hopes that what we end up getting is greater than what it is so far. So that being said, not everybody is on that same run. There are a lot of people who are trading the absolute shit out of this right now. And that being the case, I mean, it would be nice for it to be a burn. But this is the calm, and you got to put this into perspective right now. At first, I didn't think that this was going to be the case. I thought maybe we could do 500,000, 500 million every day. Maybe that was what it was going to end up being. But I mean, you really kind of have to start to look at this and say, Jesus Christ, what is going on here? We were at 800 million market cap a couple days ago. We're at 2.5 billion. I did a video explaining how to get from 10 billion, from 6.9 trillion tokens, 6.906, which is now 6.904 because 2 billion have been burned, by the way. But how to get from 768 million market cap. And I was talking about, if we had $1 billion market cap, that would be $1 a token. We're at 2.5 now. So if we had 10 billion tokens, then that would be, I'm sorry, it'd be 25 cents right now. But that would have been 10 cents. So if we had 10 billion tokens, which is the ultimate goal of everything that's going on right here, if that were the case, then we would, our token value right now at 10 billion tokens would be 25 cents. Now, what would it be worth to you? To me, it would be worth 2.5 million. So if you have 25 million tokens, it'd be worth 5 million. So, this is exceptional. And we're talking about volume that's just unfathomable at this point. It's trading in the billions per day. So, this thing is going to take on a life of its own pretty soon. And we're going to start to see just some absolutely crazy shit getting ready to happen. Like, you're really getting to see this. So, yeah, showing good support already. So I think it's early, by the way. I think, Third Eye Joe, that we're not going to have to worry about the support lines for the moment. I think that, like, right now we're still on that. Everybody's in the frenzy. And so we'll see how it plays out. But, it's got that, hopefully, it's got that sideways action that'll start. and then we'll just consolidate from here, and then we'll see, we'll see what happens. But like the rest of this, again, I expect that we're going to have at least some kind of, and I did not expect. How did I get here? Why did I not put? All right, well, so that's going to be the support line where it bounces. I must have moved that or something, because that makes no sense anymore. All right, so this looks like where the support line is. This might be the, because this is the top over here that we tested. It looks like actually it's right there at 3,002. So that seems to be the lines right now. So we'll see how this plays out over the next little while. I don't think that we're going to see another 20 or 30 or 40% day. I think that that's done for right now. And I think the battle now becomes to take your profit, to find yourself a better entry point, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that that's the next move on this all. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. What time does MMAI launch tomorrow? I have no idea. I think it was, to be fair, I have no idea. I really don't know. Give me 1 second here, and I might be able to tell you. I think Awesome Austin was going to run a live stream for it. And he's going to run a stream on all right, September 6th at 11 a.m., 2 p.m. Eastern. So 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow is when the launch party starts. So I don't know what time the exact launch is, but I assume it's going to be sometime after that. Can you imagine someone joining the stream and seeing Blee's screen right now? What's wrong with screen? I have no idea. Next movie star. Hey, movie filming is in not too long. Be doing the movie pretty soon. Luna at $1. I'm buying my childhood home 50 years after I left home. That'd be awesome. And more power to you, man. I would love to see some of those kind of real life stories start to take place, especially for us in this degen sort of community that really kind of took advantage of an opportunity as it presented itself. And what a great thing it would be for us to turn this thing around, and these Terra rebels end up taking this thing to the moon. I can't take profit. I only have 2 million coins. Just hold on to it. All you got to do is just clutch onto those like it's a pearl necklace, man, because that's going to be life changing. If it hits 10 cents, then that's $200,000. So that's a huge amount of money. It has to consolidate to bring the next run. That's what I feel like. We need a little bit more dip. We need a little bit more opportunity to buy, and then boom, it's going to take off. You're not always right. Yes, I am. Imagine if this happens with Shift and your 300 million prediction turns to 3 billion. Look, Sakib, I think that it's going to pump really hard. And I think people are going to find Shift, and they're just going to be fascinated by that opportunity. So yeah, I mean, it could literally turn into $1 billion pump. I don't think it's going to be 3 billion. I think that's too much, especially in this market. But look, when people start to find it and people start to pump it, then you never know what's going to happen. What's your Phantom update? Phantom update is I should have some information from Matt over the next couple days. There's something with the old contract that's being worked on right now. And as soon as that thing's ready, then we'll be ready to go. I'm hoping there's an opportunity, Maddie B. What's going on, Crypto V? The pump this morning was a great birthday surprise. Hey, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Too many people are happy the 12th September. Albert, it's not going to be on the 12th of September. That's just the implementation date. It's going to take about to the 19th or 20th before the burns start to go. That's based on block height. However, with this 2 billion, with this 2 billion volume that's going on right now, it's it could be getting crazy. Will Luna hit $1 this year? I don't think that there's any way that it can, but I don't think that there's any way that it can do what it's doing right now. So I don't know shit. All I'm doing is reading the chart and just kind of looking to see what's going on with it and just finding it happen. Austin is sick today. Well, I hope he feels better. Any thoughts on Kodaki coin that is on Cytopro? Did really well so far. I don't have any idea. I had an email where I was supposed to be meeting with the Lucky Roo group, and I haven't heard anything back. There was an email reaching out to them and haven't heard anything back from them. So, good morning, Chris. We got Australia in the house. What is going on, Casey and Dave D? What's going on? So, to catch everybody up to speed, Luna did exactly what we predicted it was going to do, and it did it a little bit faster than we even predicted that it was going to do it. Now it hit exactly where we said it was going to hit, and now it's kind of consolidating in that position. In the meantime, we've got a legitimate, not breakout, but close to it. We want to get Ethereum. We need a little bit more from Ethereum to get to around 1707, 1708. And then maybe we can reach down here, test this heart line again, and then come back up a little bit higher the next time. That's going to be the type of sentiment that we really need to start looking at this and saying that we're having some kind of trend reversal, because after Batman here, it's just been downhill ever since. And even if we're moving in this, we're still moving in that bearish pennant right here. And if you're looking for that confirmation, then when you're looking at these kind of patterns playing out and it's coming from the upside, then that is a bearish variant on any kind of rectangle pattern. So, we're hoping that this thing plays a little bit positive and we get a turnaround, because we've got, ETH2, because we've got ETH2 coming pretty soon. So, that's what we're looking for, and that's what we're hoping for. So, but we also have, by the way, a whole bunch of green going on over here. Volt has dropped a 0. Volt is now over that 0 and is holding so far. Now, I said it's probably going to come back down here and test 92. It would be nice if it did not, and if we continue to get some push toward the upside. But if we don't get any push to the upside, then 92 is going to be the test, and then it should be able to bounce back up and then drop that 0 one more time. Let's hope that we can drop that 0 for good. Terra is up 5% to 1,077. It's been on a little bit of a run over the last little while. You can see here that people are starting to get back into it. Shift kind of idling right now at 65.38. If you pay attention to where it's been going for the last little while, you can see here it's kind of in that 65 range for just hours upon hours. And we're getting little drips and drabs here and there of people buying, but it just takes a while for it's going to take a few days for this thing to get found, because the Android app launches on Friday. Saitama's at 1779, up 4% on the day. Finally starting to move back in a positive direction. That's when I say that, by the way, when I say that about Saitama, you can actually see it, because you can see here that the lows are starting to move in this direction. But, sometimes you see that and you just gotta, it's got to maintain itself for a little while. And I don't know that it's going to maintain. So, we'll see how it plays out. Right now, the trend line puts it back in a positive direction, but it's also coming from the downside. So if we were to say and we were to find a pattern in it, the pattern's probably going to be like a triangle pattern, and that triangle pattern would probably play out to the downside. So Saitama probably has a little pain left in it before we move on to any kind of pump that there might be, if there even is. But we'll have to see. WAGMI still continuing to kind of idle there. You know, volume's real low for most of these tokens. Boxes, same thing. Volume kind of low. Phoenix, same thing. Volume kind of low. Lillian, the volume has been pretty low on that. It was up to 100,000 just recently. Hulk token, still 17,000. BlackRock, remember I told you I wouldn't talk about BlackRock until something happened over here. And it looks like it's probably dead. You know, I don't think it's going to move anymore. So we're just going to lose that $500 and just be, oh well. Bone was $1.87. Now it's $1.93. Not because of Bone, but because of Ethereum. So, nobody gives a shit about that. Kodachi. This is the one over here that came out. Now, look, if it does this right here, and then it comes down here, if you bought down here, good for you. And it pumps up like this, then good for you. But you got to remember, there's also a whole bunch of people got wrecked up here. So nice, but also not great for the people. But, you know, listen, one of the good things and one of the bad things about Saitama, one of the good things is it's presenting you with new tokens that you have an opportunity to play in on. One of the bad things is that all of those take away from Saitama and the investment in itself of Saitama. So it's going to take a little while before, you know, Saitama becomes a hot product again. But 71,000 volume, and for Saitama, 146,000 volume. For Volt, 100,000 volume. So those are the ones that are getting the big plays on the day in this area. So what is that one that we were just talking about over here? I'm actually curious now to see what are we talking about here? God damn it! Somebody keeps talking about Mikoto, whatever the fuck it was. Somebody hit me with whatever that was. Mikoto. All right, there we go. All right, give me 1 second. I want to look at this because now I'm curious. Because I heard it was a rug pull a few hours ago, and if it's listen, it's always a bunch of weak ass Chads just doing weak ass Chad shit. So like, like when somebody says, "Yeah, it's rugging," this is not a rug pull, you dunces. So if you got in on Mikoto and you got in down here with 4 zeros, you win 100x, and in 24 hours you're up 180%. So I don't think that's anything to play around with. So if you got in on Mikoto, good for you, because that is some big time level stuff right there. Shib, by the way, Shib, it looks like. By the way, I was doing for my educational content for DeConnect, which, by the way, if you are interested, there is. It's going to take me a second to get it. I'm going to post the link for it in. Oh shit! You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to post the link to my tweet over here. So if you're interested in another early play right now, boom, right there. You can go check that out, and that's going to be that's the link to the Pool.io, whatever it is. What is going on, Rod? Hey, bro, can you check HARM and Cult? All right, so we can check both of them. You're not going to like my answer on Cult. I wish them well, but like I haven't seen anything that's going to tell that the only thing that I've heard that's going to tell me that they're doing anything is B Roots saying it's doing good, it's doing good. And then it's going to be we're going to be 100 million bajillionaire, but I haven't seen it yet. So this one is 371,000 market cap, harm 180,000 volume on the day. Jesus Christ, that's not bad. Harmony, captivating story of the river Harmony, liquidity locked until 2024, the year of the dragon. Let's go look at that. And if you say that's the case, then we'll make a copy of that and token sniff it right here. See if that is the case or not. Bubble Mac was at a 67, 68% in trust swap. Okay, so it's not all locked according to this. And the creator's wallet has 25%. Fuck that. Dude, look. Dude, that guy has 25% of the supply. What do you think is going to happen to this? Because I can tell you what would be happening if I had 25% of the supply on something with a 371,000 market cap. I would have $80,000 in my hand in a few hours. Fuck that. Token Sniffer did not give it 100%, gave it 67. Oh, on Mikoto, I got you. Mark Gruber, thank you for the $2 bomb. Let's go back to Cult here. Again, you're probably not going to like my answer on Cult, but I put a while back that I don't think Cult can beat 1,400. That this line right here, I made this line. Oh, shit. We're so far down that we can't even find my line anymore. What in the hell? Maybe I gave up. This fucking dog. Oh, no, here. You're so far down now. This is where my line was over here. My line was at 1,401 with 4 zeros. And you guys are at 5 zeros, 9201 right now. My thinking on Cult is, here's what I'll say. 39 million market cap. So there's obviously some sentiment behind it. $238,000 in volume. So there's obviously people who enjoy it. So, you know, I don't want to dump on it because people, you know, people are liking that something good might happen. But I mean, listen, it already made it where it was supposed to go to begin with, way up here. It got a $300 million market cap. I don't know that it's going to do that again. I don't know that it has anything in it that's going to cause it to do that. If you say, well, the premise behind it is that we're going to do all of this cool shit because, you know, we're part of a DAO system, and all these people are making these plays and they're having these great ideas about what's going to happen in the DAO system. Well, listen, the same people who I don't like, that I think are kind of like fuckheads, for lack of a better description, in Saitama, that left Saitama, they're all in Cult. So the shittiest people of Saitama are now in Cult. So I don't think it's going to do anything. Not while there's bad people, that good things could happen, by the way. But if the people are, if the people are cultists who are attacking people, and doing like fake ass shit, like look, that Faltron guy, that fake ass dude, come on, give me a fucking break. He came out here talking the other day about me because, I mean, I call him a piece of shit because, I mean, I don't think I was dishonest about anything. He did all of this different stuff. Then he started talking shit about how he started apologizing. I'm so sorry. I can't believe that I did that. I can't believe I did that. I'm going to move on away from whatever I'm going to do. And then what did he start doing? He started attacking Saitama instead of sucking off on Saitama, because that's what he does, right? That's who he is. So crappy people do crappy stuff, and he's a crappy people. So he just decided that he wasn't going to do the crappy stuff for one team, and he started doing it to that team, as opposed to moving on and just being a goddamn grown-up and letting it go. And then people started, because I was attacking him, they started posting my wallet. Bitch, my wallet's in my description. Are you that fucking stupid? I mean, apparently the answer was yes. Apparently. I'm no expert. I'm no expert. Okay. I'm no expert. Here's what I know. I don't give a shit. It's all down there in the text. You can see it in my description every goddamn day. So coming to me to check my wallet, dude, 17-year-old Justin Timberlake wants his hairdo back, okay? Who the fuck still wears a turtleneck in 2022? You know what I'm saying? Come on. Grown-up shit, right? And what do you say? Oh, a 60-year-old guy in a mohawk, right? But much like I said before, all you gotta do is get off my dick, man. You don't have to deal with me, and you can block me because I don't really want to hear from you, because I know what's going to happen. You're going to be a liar, and you're going to say fake shit, and you're going to say all these kind of weird things at some point to apologize, because everybody in cult is eventually going to reject you because they know who you are and what you do. And then you're going to be moving on to the next token and move into the next cult. They just won't be called cult. And then at the end of that, you're going to do the same thing. You are who you are, and that's who you're going to be. So block me, bruh. See what I'm saying? All right. So, but anyway, the short answer is I don't think cult's going to do anything while people like that are part of it, because bad decision makers make bad decisions, and I don't think they're going to make good decisions. The chances are not great, but you know what? I could be wrong, and something could happen positive to it, but we'll see. But I don't think so. And the smelly belly chick, that one too. Look, Sandstorm, which is another guy on YouTube, he's blocked me because he doesn't want to hear me, because I support Banana Task Force Ape, and I don't give a shit what he has to say, because he doesn't like Sway or has a problem. Like, I don't care. But Smelly Belly, or whatever her name is, she was attacking what Sandstorm's wife does for a living, which, hey, you know what? She's a grown-ass woman. She can do whatever she wants for a living, as long as it's legal wherever it is that she's doing it, right? So, and if it's perfectly legal, then shut the fuck up, right? But instead, she started going off about it and started dismissing her and diminishing her as a woman, and that's bullshit. That's bullshit. You're a piece of shit. Go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? So those are the kind of people that are in cult. So, and the people that support them, who think, oh, they're just having fun. I mean, come on. Those are the same dimwits who spent all that time making dinosaur memes one night that Russ killed the dinosaurs, because people were blaming Russ for something or other a couple months back. These are the low-class trash that do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't care. Hopefully, the rest of the investors will be fine. So, I appreciate that, Chuck. What happened with TARP? Nobody is talking about it anymore. That's what happened with TARP. The end. Look, I don't remember. I think it was Justin Moonshot was the guy's name. Dude, this guy was... Look, intellectually speaking, you could be dishonest, but stick with your dishonesty. You can be honest, stick with your honesty. Stick with and be the person that you are, and let the chips fall where they may. But don't tell me that you're honest when you're full of shit, right? And Justin the Mooner Shotter is full of shit, because what he did was he gave Saitama time after time after time after time. And listen, I make Saitama positive videos. I'm not saying that it's because he's making Saitama good or bad videos. I'm saying it's because he's intellectually dishonest. And what he did was he took their side on everything. Didn't matter what happened. And I did not, and I don't. But he took their side, and he made up reasons. Like, I mean, this guy was just making up reasons why everything was okay, and why if Saitama did it, it must be the right thing to do. Like, come on, MAGA head, get out of your own fucking way. And he was sitting over there with Scott Herman, and Scott Herman is no longer an investor in Saitama, I might add. But he was on Scott's show just explaining why. And Scott got wrecked from Saitama, and he drew out and took a loss, but he's made up in different investments and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, he's one of them that just gave up at some point, and that's fair enough, right? But he didn't pretend. You know what I mean? Like, Scott told me exactly what was going on there. And Justin Moonshot, get the fuck out of here. A lot of people did. You know what I mean? A lot of people did, and I can't fix that for anybody, but I also feel bad for the 135,000 people who are still in there. So I'm going to give it positive coverage when they do something positive. When they do something negative, I'm going to give them negative coverage. I'm going to be honest about them, and I'm not going to make it up, and I'm not going to look to make a laugh out of the token and diminish and dismiss the people that are invested, that are doing what they can to shill the product every single day, and try to get something out of it and get something positive, because I think at the end of the day, it's still going to do a 20 or a 30x, and it's still going to be worth more than most of the other tokens in the space. So it has a lot of support, even if it has a lot of negativity. And with almost any token, you have a bunch of negativity. There's a bunch of negative people in SHIB too. First day I went into a SHIB chat room, I got banned in like 10 minutes. I appreciate that, man. I just like having fun. What do you think about BitGert? Can you give your opinion? Have you heard about the release of the EV? Yeah, I think that's a great, B-Rise is one of those up and coming blockchains that, as we go along the way here, like, we're going to see it pump, we're going to see it pump, we're going to see it pump. It's going to have its moments where, just great stuff starts happening. So, like, I feel anybody who's been in it for a period of time has probably made a pretty good amount. I think you should take your profit, and make sure you play some dips right and stuff like that. But, otherwise, I didn't get in early enough for me to care long term about it. And, nobody from there has come to me and said, hey, we'll give you 1 million tokens if you do something nice for us. So, if they ever do that, I'll be like, hey, right on. But otherwise, like, it's already too late for me. The money's already been made. You know what I mean? Like, unless I see a dip or an opportunity to get in on, and something else isn't going on, then, and to be fair, I got a whole bunch of shit over here that you can make money on. So I got SHIB, I got Crow, I got Matic, I got Link, I got Volt, I got the Volt USDT, which should be pumping pretty good right now. Yeah. Then I've got BNB, which is having a moment again. Avalanche, Aave, XTZ, Solana, Quant is out here. Quant money's kind of been made right now. That's another one where, it's going to be difficult. But Hex, like, if we can get another big dip in Hex, oh shit. Like this one right here, when I went down to 35, like, I swear to God, I've been waiting for another 35 on Hex, something like that. This was August 19. I've been waiting for this right here to break to the downside, but it hasn't yet. And of course, there's Uniswap, all these others. The Bitcoin dominance is way down. ETH dominance is way up. So you know who's leading the charge right now. We're about to get to a spot where ETH and altcoins combined are going to overtake Bitcoin on dominance if it keeps going the way it's going right now. It's starting to happen. But anyway, you got Polkadot, you got Cardano, you got Engine, Gala, Mina Protocol. So I got a whole bunch of stuff that I'm watching. But the first one that we got to get through the hoop, so to speak, is certainly going to be Ethereum. We got to have Ethereum start to make a move, something positive. Luna Classic is pumping. What do you think about that? I think I told you guys. I told you guys exactly where it was going to pump to. It pumped exactly where I said, and now the legend just relaxes and waits for the next video, which I think, by the way, the next video I'm going to tell you guys is going to go to like 55. But it depends on how the pattern plays out. This pattern is different, by the way, than the original pattern that played out before. And if you guys remember, this is what this is what I did. And actually, you know what? Just do the whole goddamn thing. Wait, we want to do this. I said this was going to happen. You know what? Let's just do this whole thing. So I said this was how it's going to play out, right? And here we are. And it played out to perfection, exactly where I said it was going to play out. But it played out a day, like it played out a couple days early. So things are building ahead of steam rather quickly. That being the case, I think this accumulation period is probably going to end up getting cut down quite a bit. And I think that, maybe we're going to miss a little bit of this consolidation here in the middle, and we're going to see another big run happen. But I mean, that's kind of where I'm thinking that the next one goes. What I'm looking for right now is a little bit of confirmation that we are into something like this all over again. That's what I'm looking to play out right now. It's down here, you got it. Down here, you got it. So now I'm looking for this to play out in this area before that move, and then the next move is to 54. So that's where we are. Yep. The tax haven Enu, don't know anything about it, man. They reach out to me every once in a while and ask me for coverage, and I just say, hey, look, pay me money and I'll do a video. I can't promise coverage, but I mean, I can promise that I'll make a video about it, and they haven't reached out to me. So nah. What's up with Phantom Project communication with the investors? I keep posting it in Telegram, man. All you got to do is read Telegram. So the deal is they've got Matthew is working on it. He's doing it with DevPro, and they're putting it together so that it's ready by November. And he has no staff or no team yet, and he's not worried about putting together a staff or a team. I'm actually, they've had me partnered, and I mean, I should probably take this thing off because I'm not partnered with them right now because it expired, and they haven't renewed with me. I think they're going to. I think that they've got some medical issues and stuff like that going on in the family. So maybe we'll see. Maybe I'll be doing something in the next day or two. But as of right now, I'm hoping that they're going to do something, but I don't know. But what I do know is this: once they get to version 2 and they get version 2 launch, which they're not rushing on that one because they're still looking to, they got to reach. There's a thing that they got to take care of, and once they take care of that, then they can launch to version 2. But they want to be able to do that and be as liquid as possible. And to do that, they got to do something with the version 1 contract. You got that right. Any info on MetaMonkey AI launches tomorrow? I don't know exactly what time it launches, but Austin's going to be doing his show on it at 11 PST, which is 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. There it is. I got out of Saitama because that shit was trash. How they fucked everyone over. I agree with that. And I don't I'm not like when I say that I'm supporting them, Lugod, what I really mean, and goddamn Lugod dude, that should be my rap name. God damn it, that's good. Anyway, I think that that I'm supportive of them because of the investors and because I still think that the project has an opportunity to make some good plays and moves. And they've got ePay out, which is you can buy Saitama directly with a credit card, and they've got Saita Pro, which is a way better version of Saita Mask. So there's a lot of course corrections that they've made, and they're a product of their environment. And if a bunch of pieces of shit take over a token and all they've known is to be a piece of shit, then they're a bunch of pieces of shit. But guess what? There's a lot of pieces of shit out of here who run a lot of big businesses and make a lot of money. So just because they're a bunch of assholes is not a reason for me not to invest. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money. Like, grow up. You know what I mean? So I can take the dip because I already got out and missed most of the dip, and I just got back in, and I think I'm down about $400 right now. I put 1 ETH in just to see where it would go, and I'm down about $400 right now. So we'll see. Can we lose a 0 or 2? I mean, it might lose 1-0, but it can't lose 2. I mean, that's just not reasonable. It's not reasonable to expect it. Look. You have to look at the market cap. You have to look at where you are, and you have to make a decision about where you can go. How much can you get with this trading volume and a $2.5 billion market cap? The current trading is at 41.34. So can we get to a $6 billion market cap or a $7 billion market cap is the question. And if we get to a $7 billion market cap, then yes, we will have dropped a zero. We would actually be up here in this area right here, about 3x from where we are now. So that would be an incredible run. But the one thing to remember is there are still obstacles. First obstacle is going to be where we are now in total supply, which is still 6.9 trillion. And the second thing is the circulating supply, by the way, is down to 6.15 trillion instead of 6.58 trillion. But I don't think that Coin Market Cap has this right. I think it's more like 6.58 trillion. But the important thing is 6.9 trillion maximum total supply, and that's what has to be burned way down, and we don't have any mechanism by which we can burn it down right now. So the best you could hope for would be, go up 3x from here. Or 2x from here, and then drop that zero, and then at $7.5 million or billion dollar market cap, it would be worth a lot more, but that's not going to fix the problem. The problem being the supply. The supply only gets fixed by the burns, and the burns are not going to happen. And this is a waste of a pump. This really is a massive waste of a pump, to be fair, because we're not burning near enough supply. So, hopefully we'll get some kind of massive level of burn very, very, very soon, and we'll start to see this diminish because, it's not for nothing, but let's just say we're at this 2.5 billion market cap right now. And we have the max supply right here of this. So if we took the market cap and we divide by total supply, that basically gives us this price, right? Now, and I'm doing it by total supply, not circulating supply. I guess I should do it by circulating supply so that people understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, who gives a shit, right? 6.15 is what we're going to do right here. Guess we should do that. That's the circulating supply, so that puts us at where we are right now, which we should be at 41.49. Yeah, so we're 41.49, right? If we reduce the circulating supply by 2 trillion, and we only go up to 61.48 from where we are right now. So, you know what I mean? We got to get, let's get down to 151 billion supply, and then we're at 1 cent. So, it's not far. The crazy level of price action and shit like that, it's coming. You just gotta have a little patience and let this thing play out. And remember that the big burn is going to be coming when the USTC is repegged to Luna. That's when we start to see that crazy stuff happening. Just jumped in. What's this about Volt listing on Cytopro? Also, have you tried ePayMe to buy Saitama? And understanding why the $200 minimum buy. $200 minimum buy is because ePayMe wants to. It's a payment mechanism, and that makes it worth them because they have to pay credit card fees. So that's why they have such a high dollar amount for that. I don't know anything about Volt listing on Cytopro. By the way, I think anything could pretty much be listed on Cytopro because if you're on the Uniswap network, then you should be on, which I think, again, that's why I think that Volta Change is able to list Luna Classic as well. Volt killed the zero. Tax haven Inu is mad cheap. If it's mad cheap, then believes once 1.2 tax implemented, where's Luna Classic stand? It stands at a mathematical precipice, and we'll see how it goes from there. The first day, look, this is real simple. You have to look at where we are, and you have to look at the volume of trading. And like you can tell right here, so this is where we are. This is the volume of trading, right? So we take this 2.4%, and we do times 0.012 equals So we're going to use 25 million today. We would use 25 million. Oops. We're going to use this, and we're going to buy. We're going to buy Luna Classic tokens, right? So point. So today, with that $2.148 billion in volume, at the current price, we would burn $62 billion in tokens in one day. So now remember, there is a law of diminishing returns, because very quickly this is going to become ridiculous. Okay, so but let's just assume that we have 2.148 billion over the course of 7 days, right? Times 7 days, and we continue to get an increase, right? Then you are talking about 435 billion would be burned over the course of 7 days off of this. So then we would be down to 6.5 billion. So that's what we're, that's what we're looking at. So in a month, that's 1.6, but you would still have to continue to pump the price. You would have to pump the supply. The best thing that could possibly happen would be that we get a nice dip coming into this, that we get a dip that goes deeper. And guys, I know you don't want to see that, but the best thing that could happen literally would be that this pump does not happen. The best thing that could happen would be that we come way down here and we start to test this 13-14 one more time, and that when the burn starts, we get 2, 3, 4 in volume on that day, because from here down to here is about 3x. So what we just talked about, that 400 billion burned in a week, 4x on that would be 1.6 trillion. So the amount of burn at this lower price is substantial. So getting down to that level would be just great. And guess what? We're getting it right now. All right, so guys, here's what we're going to expect to happen right now. We got this up here. We actually went to exactly where I said we were going to go based on this, and now we're dumping. And this dump did not come down here, so it's going to take a little time. Like maybe we'll pump back up, but we want to test. We want to test down here. We want to pump up here. And we want to test. And we want to get a little bit into this thing right here, and then make another move to the upside. Like that's textbook what we want to see happen next. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, it's 9 o'clock now, which means that my time is done for the night. We will see you guys for breakfast in the morning. This is not financial advice. My name is Bleaves. I am always right. And you guys have a good evening, and we will see you guys in the morning. Get in on the Deconnect pre-sale. By the way, the link is in the notes, or it's pinned on my Twitter, and we will see you guys in the morning.